So there was nothing to gain once you realize there's just this energy. And this energy doesn't it doesn't add to itself, nor does it doesn't add to itself, and it neither gains nor loses. Energy can be expanded. It can be exchanged, but we can't actually destroy it. So if we're speaking of energy, we're speaking of something that we can't understand. And we fess right up, because we're speaking of something that's beyond time, which just knocks out all of our foundations. It knocks out our sense of a linked life that I was born and went through this period and then through that period, and then now I'm old and now I die, or whatever. It knocks the foundation out from all of that. And you can't add to it. Can't really add to what is already here, because everything that can be is already here. We can't subtract to it from it, because what's really here on a slightly different level is there's nothing here to begin with. So how do you subtract from that? How do we subtract from zero? In some places you'll find that I say, well, everything is just oneness anyway, and that's true in its place. Other places you'll hear me say, well, there's just noneness. That has its place in truth as well. Trying to understand something that is inherently not understandable was for me, I found out after many, many years doing it, I found it out that it had been a waste of time. Not that, I mean, how do you waste what isn't? But that had not brought me any closer to what I was seeking. That what brought me closer was when I stopped asking the questions. That doesn't mean I can't ask a question, doesn't mean you can't, but I stopped asking some of these fundamental questions that could not be answered. And I surrendered to the idea that not everything has an answer. Like, what am I? There's no answer to that. Just, we say it, we use it in inquiry, we pretend to know what it means so that we can feel like we know what it means, so we can feel like we no longer know what it means, and all of this. And that's all part of the play, but it's not understood. Awakening is not understood. Awakeness itself is never understood. And that awakeness is very similar to this energy that we spoke of, and that we can exchange it. We can, it can be expanded from a standpoint of force. But what it is unto itself, energy is really a misnomer.